If we are live, so we are live, everyone. Hey, how's it going? Tony Martinez with Latino Tax Pro, and today we have some new guests, some special guests, our friends at TaxLayer Pro. Cody, Dante, can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely. Thanks for having us, Tony.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. We've gotten a lot of requests lately. People have seen us at your show, at the TaxLayer show. They see we're doing some cool stuff together. And some people are just learning about you. Others already know you and they've seen you around, but they haven't seen a demo. So we said, hey, let's do a quick demo. Let's show our members and everyone listening on our social media channels what TaxLayer Pro does, and how it works. So to kick things off, to introduce you guys to our membership, we'll start with Dante and then with Cody. Give us a little bit of who you are, what you do at TaxLayer, and what we could expect today. Go ahead, Dante.
Hey guys, my name is Dante Herrera. I'm the bilingual rep here at TaxLayer Pro. I've been with the company for 7 years. We're gonna go into a little bit into the software and give you a little more of a quick demo of it.
Awesome. Cody, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm Cody Jones, account executive here at TaxSlayer. I've been here a little over 8 years. I work with anywhere from individual offices to large resellers and service bureaus. And a large part of the focus that I work with is our web-based cloud software, which is what we'll be showing you today. I'm going to go a little bit over the initial login screen, dashboard, if you will, and then Dante is going to run through a quick example return on how the functionality and flow of the software.
Awesome. And we are live on multiple channels. We were just trying to go live on Facebook, but that was acting funky. But because of that, we decided to go live on a multi-stream platform. So those of you who are on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Facebook are able to listen to us. So if you do have any questions, make a comment, leave a message, and we can answer that along the way. With that said, guys, take it away.
Yeah, sure. So with our cloud software, it's mostly about access. Typical programs were download and you're kind of strapped to a particular device and computer, specifically Windows. And we know that can be a challenge in today's world. More people want to use Macs or even an iPad. It's more flexible, smaller, lighter to do taxes. So we've been selling this cloud software now for, I believe, about 5 years. We're really trying to be an industry leader with it. So when you first log into the web software, you'll notice at the top here, this little blue box. This is our message center. So this is how we communicate with our tax preparers throughout the season. Typically, you may not open your email that much during tax season. You're probably going to be in your software every day. So we feel like it's important to relay right when you open the software, if there's a message at the top, that's from us. And it's something we feel like is valuable and important to you. Right below that, we have a few buttons. Another message center that's more of an internal message center. So if you have, as a business owner or manager, you want to relay information to your tax preparers, you can do so inside of that message center. To right of that is rejected clients. This is a quick report for any rejected returns that you want to get access to, fix the returns and then resend them. And lastly, they're taxes to go clients. So we developed, internally, we developed our own mobile app, which our offices can rebrand for no cost. As long as you're a pro web user, you can take our mobile app that we've created and you can put your own company name and logo on it. You can even change some of the color scheme if you'd like to customize it some more. So what that button is there for, if you notice there's a number icon next to it, you will get a notification every time a taxpayer uses your app. They can snap pictures of, let's say, a W-2, a 1099, anything you need to do their tax return. It sends that information and pictures directly to this tab here. So if you click that, you can open up those pictures, do the tax return, and send it back to your customer's phone, and they'll get a notification that you need a signature. They can just scribble their signature right on their phone screen with their finger. So it's a quick, easy way to get access to their information without them having to physically come to you, especially if they're in another city or state, or maybe they just have different hours than you. That's a really great tool that we're hearing a lot of requests for. And also what could work with that as well, if they don't want to use an app on their phone, we do have a client portal that does pretty much the same thing but just through a website. So below those buttons there, we have several options. The first being start a new return. So at the beginning of each year, you can click the select button to start a new return, which Dante is going to go through here in a little bit, but prompts you to put in a social security number. If this is a brand new customer of yours, you'll just go through the entire process of creating the return. But if it's somebody you did last year, it would then ask you if you want to pull forward all the information. Below start a new return is client search. That is your entire client list. Again, Dante is going to show you that in a moment, but you can navigate through your whole customer base inside of client search. There's a few additional tools in there too, like if you want to quickly get access to any documents that they either sent you through the app or maybe they physically came with you. We do have a document manager built into this. So all of your documents, including the tax return and signatures, is saved in the cloud in the software. You can get access to all of that into client search or even email them a copy of their tax return. You can do that in client search. Review returns, if you have multiple preparers, maybe they aren't to a place where you trust them to e-file a return, they can mark it for review. And then you would get a notification on that line letting you know you have a return that needs to be reviewed. So you as a manager or a business owner or maybe a senior preparer could open that return, make sure everything's good, and then you could e-file it for them from there. Configuration, the menu below review returns, that is where you would set up your entire program. So whether it's your preparation fees, if you're going to offer bank products, whatever bank you've selected and been approved to use, you can add in there. Adding preparers, everybody has their own username and password. So you would set up each preparer in there, and then you could also limit what they can or can't do inside of the configuration setup. So configuration is really just setting up the software. Reports directly under that. We got some good reports in there as far as acknowledgments. Really for preparers, if you're going to pay out commissions, there's a lot of different things you can do inside of reports. We also give you access to something called web reports. That's a little bit more detailed reporting system outside of the software as well. So pretty much any type of report you would want, we can get it to you. And then transmissions, just anything you transmit to the IRS. If you want to print checks inside of the software for like bank products, you can as well. So Dante, if you want to take over here and then show them just kind of briefly how the flow of the software actually entering in a tax return.
Hey, how you doing, guys? So like Cody said, I'm going to go through the software and show you a couple of things. Let's see here.
And this is on the cloud, right, Dante? You could just access this from anywhere.
Everything's on the cloud.
Oh, cool.
Switch here from year to year. As you notice, our 2019 program's already out too.
And we give you 3 prior years of software included with this for free.
Oh, wow, nice.
Okay, this is basically where you're going to put your basic information, and all this stuff has already been pre-filled because it's just going to be a quick demo. You can always reach out to us to have it more in depth. Your filing status, your personal information, okay. If you have a dependent, which we do on this one, and here's your dependence information, relationship options,
And there's no limit to the amount of dependents you can enter. You can enter as many as you want, and they all pull forward year after year.
Nice.
okay. So here's where you fill in your income. Okay, you have the options for W-2s, 1099s, also Schedule C, 1099K, Schedule E, D, and F. Okay, so if you choose like this one, it's your W-9 that I created. W-2, sorry. This is where all the employees' information goes, the employers, the wages in your state.
And all employer EINs do save. So there are macros created. So if you type in EIN that's been used before, it does save and pre-populate. And that is actually a report you can run as well. I've actually just had somebody request that recently, and we do have it in the software because they do some different holiday loan stuff. So you can get an entire report of everyone that you've done for the year as well.
And that's pretty cool because I know a lot of tax pros, they have business clients that they serve, and they also serve the employees of those business clients. So it's kind of to be able to pull those reports, you could see who's who and where's where, and it all makes sense.
Exactly.
This is the option for other taxes, any other forms that you need to fill in. And keep in mind that this whole software is actually in English and Spanish. So right here, if I wanted to switch the language.
Wow, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Okay, so if I go back up here, everything's in Spanish.
And it looks like you guys actually translate correctly. It's not just like a simple software translation, because everything is making sense. So that's cool.
Switch it back to English.
Yeah, I don't even know if other softwares do that. I have no idea. That's something we got to bring up more often, guys, to our members and such, because some do ask, but I wasn't even sure this was possible. So cool.
Yeah, and so what Dante was in a moment ago, and right now he's in the menu. So if you notice what he just saw a minute ago, there was two options: guide me or enter myself. He chose enter myself to get to our actual menus. So for maybe an unseasoned preparer who isn't quite as familiar with navigating through a tax return, if you choose guide me, it's like an interview guide. It asks you questions and prompts you on what to do. So you have menus or guide me. You get multiple options if you want. And if you notice, since he created that W-2 on the left there under income, there is a little attachment. So if you want to go directly into anything you've ever entered in the software, it's like a shortcut. You can just click on it and it takes you right to what you've done.
Nice.
Yeah, and you also have a form finder here too. So if there's a form that you can't find there, you can just type in the form up here and it'll take you to that form.
And also on the right there, if you notice, there's a refund calculator. Tells you your federal if you have a state refund or even amount due. That will be listed for you there through the entirety of the tax return. Follows you everywhere you go.
Right here.
Nice.
Okay, the health insurance questionnaire. Now you also have your state. So if you can add several states to this form. You can do as many as you want. This one, any credits that you need, any contribution or payments, or additional income, you can add it here.
Yeah, so unless there's something maybe a little obscure type of credit, typically the state's pretty much done automatically from the federal. I believe you don't even have to click create. I think it automatically creates it based on what you've entered into the software so far. But yeah, most of it's just pulled directly from the 1040.
Okay.
And
Exit the return.
so after you fill all that information, you see this on the 1040. Okay. So you can actually navigate from the 1040. You can click any of these and it'll take you to the actual form.
That's huge, because I know a lot of the tax pros we work with, they want to see that 1040 to understand it. And some softwares out there, they just use worksheets, they use different, and they get lost. And then when you want to explain it to a client, where that number came from, you have to go through worksheets and it's very difficult. So to be able to click and go to where it is, that's awesome.
Yeah, and you can see all the forms here.
Yes, and then we also took all the schedules and condensed them into 2 pages instead of having, 6 postcards, if you will. We just condensed them all. So it's easier for you to scroll through and see what's going on instead of having 8 different pages that you'd have to look at.
Yeah, and now this year there's only 3 schedules instead of 6.
Right.
So I see what you guys did there. You guys put them all into 2 pages. So perfect. Yeah, you're looking at 2018 here. So cool.
Right.
2019. Awesome.
Okay, so right here is where the return is ready to e-file. You e-file it, and you can have your signatures done, print a piece of paper. Now, do you guys have any questions about it?
Yeah, let me see if there's any questions here from the crowd. Just a comment here regarding the new health insurance. Since the penalty is gone in 2019, does that affect the software? I don't know if you guys could speak to that, or I think it's just
I believe
answers, right?
Yeah, I believe it's no longer going to be a requirement. So you won't get penalized if you don't put it. I don't think the software will stop you, where in the past, if you had to answer something to go along with the tax return, whether you had it or not, then it would add the penalty in there. But I believe now, since it's no longer penalizing, I think you could probably bypass it.
Got it. Another question here. Does your software work for ITIN clients or taxpayers? I think so, right?
It does. It does. You can actually do the ITINs here.
Because I know when I do tax returns for clients, they have an ITIN where it goes on the 1040, but they also come in with a W-2 with the social security number. That's obviously not theirs, but that's a different story. So how does the software, because the IRS allows you, right, to have the ITIN on the 1040 and the W-2 with a different social. Does the software account for that? Does it allow that? Or does it kind of require that the social on the W-2 is the same on the 1040?
No, you can do that. There's a place actually in the W-2 if you want, on the W-2, if you need to enter that social that was being used, you can do that on there as well.
Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Well, I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody for your time. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out to us. Like Cody said, we're here to help, especially grow your business. The number you can reach us at is 888-420-1040.
Appreciate it, guys. And, this isn't just for single offices. If you notice that, TaxSlayer icon on the top left, you can actually even brand this software with your own company name and logo. Whether it's just for your office, a franchise, if you're a reseller of software, we've made it pretty easy to do that for you.
Oh, that's good to know, because I know some of our members that we work with, and they have service bureaus and they resell software. They want to have multi-office operation. So to be able to do that is pretty big.
Yeah, especially with a web software, there's no installation. Like even if it's just you have multiple locations, you can set your entire, let's say 3 offices up and all of your preparers from home. You don't ever have to go in the office. And if somebody ever needs help, you don't have to remotely access a computer. You don't have to physically go there. You just log in and you can see it and you can help them. So this has been a very helpful tool for those who have more than one location as well.
Yeah, and then as a tax business owner, it allows you to scale. If you're able to open up new shops, especially in our seasonal industry. I mean, a lot of people, they want you to go to them to get their taxes done.
Right, mobile preparers on the field. Yeah.
Yeah, coffee shop, and you have a team of people, and they go out there and they take care of it.
Exactly.
I love it. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Dante, Cody. I know usually I hang out with Dante and Ernest more, but they see Cody.
That's right.
We'll hang out soon also. But we want to do more of these for sure. Our goal at Latino Tax Pro is to bring awareness, resources, information to our members, to the followers, especially now tax season is coming up. And so whether it's new product releases, new friends to meet, definitely want to be up in the mix. And we'll keep everyone updated with more webinars and more events. But thanks, guys.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Thanks, Tony.
Awesome. Talk to you soon. Have a good one.